Please help me welcome presidential candidate Sean O'Connor.
Yeah.
Thank you all. I'm very excited to be here today to answer any questions that any of you may have on recycling. Who has the first question? Yes, you.
What will you do to encourage people to recycle?
Great question. First plan of action is to give out 2 blue bins to every person in America. One for recycling paper materials, the other for recycling plastics, glass materials, or aluminum materials. This will encourage people to recycle. Next question. Yes.
Who or what service will you have conduct the service for the country? This is no small task.
You're right, this is no small task, and I plan to tackle this. You see, I'm going to make a big group of workers that will be able to collect the trash. I will purchase many trucks, and I will make facilities to process all the goods that we collect. I plan this to be a big, great success.
Before you move on, who's going to pay for this? The taxpayers?
It's a good question. You see, I plan to recycle these materials and reproduce them. And while we reproduce our items, we're able to turn over a profit. Like aluminum, we will resell the aluminum to companies. You see, we only need to produce 20% of all the recyclables to cut a profit. So in our first year, I hope to reproduce and recycle 40% of all the aluminum. If we do that, we will cut a profit, which will help the taxpayers in the long run. Next question.
Why do you want this program?
You see, as a presidential candidate, I feel my job is to leave the country better than I found it. And by recycling, we will be able to leave the country better than we found it. I feel that's very important. Now, here's some facts about recycling. Last year, Americans produced 267 tons of plastic waste. Only 6.3% of that was recycled. I hope to have that up to 40% in my first year. A second fact, if an aluminum can is recycled, it can be back on the shelf within 60 days when it was recycled. We use over 80 billion aluminum cans a year. If we can reproduce 40% of those, we can save 30 billion cans of aluminum each year. That's big. Next question.
How will recycling help the country?
Well, first off, our landfills are filling very rapidly. That's never a good thing. Removing plastics, glass, and paper waste from our landfills will save massive amounts of space, and our landfills won't fill as fast. Next question.
How will recycling help the country?
Well, that's a great question. First off, our landfills are filling very rapidly, which is not a good thing. Alright, so if we remove plastics, glass, and paper waste from our landfills, we'll save a lot of room. We can also make money, so it's a win-win. Next question.
Wait,
Yes, sir.
why not put everything into landfill? It's cheap.
You see, for example, plastics never degrade. Also, if you leave plastics in the ground, they can leave toxic chemicals that can leak into our water supply. That's why recycling is the way to go. Yes.
Where will the profits from this recycling progress go?
Well, you see, I think it's very important to maintain adequate roads, make new facilities to help run this country more efficiently. Also, the extra cash revenue can help not raise the taxes for you, the American people. It'll be in the best interest of everyone to recycle. It is truly a win-win. Recycle. Thank you. Is there any more questions? Perfect. Thank you guys for your time, and vote O'Connor for president.